Oh, there it is. All right, there you go. I must have told it to unmute and it didn't unmute. So we're back again with some more Ace Attorney at the regular time. The music I had playing before was ActRaiser, which is an interesting game. It's like a bit overworld management game, and it also has some platforming, action platforming in there as well. It's very interesting. Maybe I'll stream it one day. Probably not. I got so much other shit to stream. But we're picking back up at the Case 5. We had just finished a lot of the pre-trial examinations, information gathering parts. We ended up finding what the stereoscopic viewer was for and how it works. The gun that was fired, assumably to kill the victim, had its one bullet missing. And that was in the hand of Gina, Miss Lestrade. There's some other bullets that are in the walls, and we have a way of determining different blood from different people because it's with the what magic, who's and what's it, whatever device, it shows them in different colors. And so far we have 3 different colors of blood with 3 possible people whose blood they are, and we have them all nice and in here. We don't know who the hell the green one is. We have an assumption that this is the thrice fried Mason's blood. And this, of course, would be Papa in the Banks because, well, it was right there. So we're still trying to figure out. What I had trouble with is what exactly is the last bit of information that it wants me to get. Because I've kind of gone over this entire area. There isn't really anything else for me to click up on. We also have the manuscript that we were working on that was hidden in here, that we believe Gina might have been actually going to get that night when she was here to prove that Sholmes was lying. But it was in this, and it was in open, so somebody did open this, and the manuscript was still inside, so we're still not sure what that's about. And when we look at it in the record, we don't really have anything to do with the record. It's just kind of, the manuscript is just kind of here for now. So what I'm trying to figure out is what's the last bit of information the game wants me to get. Because I'm not sure. We've already inspected these things a couple times. This adorable cat looks like Wahagi. Maybe British cats are different. Actually, now that we have both pictures, I could have another viewing at them as a stereoscopic image. Oh, okay. It wanted me to actually do this. So I needed to cross my eyes and try to get the 2 cats to merge in the middle as one. It's such a hard thing to do. Whoever thought of this in the first place must have spent a long time staring. That's it? Okay, that was it. So it wasn't that. I've already gotten over the blood. So this is the second of the two photographic prints of the cat, and it really does look like Wahagi. Yeah, I get it. So I'm trying to figure out what the hell moves us on to the next part, because I think I've gone through it all, but... But it's not that either. The blood samples, and it's not this. I've even tried presenting this to other people as well, and they haven't said anything. So am I just supposed to, like, move over? Like, am I supposed to examine anything else in here? Because this isn't the crime scene, so I don't think this would be something to look at. Unless we have to look at the old violin, and maybe there's a clue back on that. Now this really is Mr. Sholmes' faithful performing partner then. The Stradivar. The Strappy Scar. The Scrapafarius? That's no good, it's gone. The virtuoso's violin that he found at the pawnbroker's and managed to buy for the next morning.
I hope Hurley gets well soon. I miss hearing his violin playing already.
No, Iris. I'm sure he will. Yeah, I don't think any of this has to do with keeping the case moving along. So that's why I'm wondering what's the last, because I did go to the hospital and he's not there yet. I went to the prison, she's not there yet. I already looked outside. There's nothing new here. It's already been 2 months since we've been taking lodgings here above Mr. Sholmes' office. I still can't quite believe it. I never expected things would turn out like this.
When Hurley comes back home, let's have a big party.
That's a great idea. I'm sure it won't be long. Mr. Sholmes is very tough. We've hit up the main shop. We don't have any other conversing to do. I've already presented her the manuscript last time. So I'm honestly not sure. Like, this would normally be the time where Herlock Sholmes would pop up and he'd be in a corner somewhere and it'd be like, aha, there he is, time to get the plot moving along, but he's not here right now, so... I had this issue yesterday and I'm still having it now. I'm not sure what the hell to do. To get the story moving. I wonder if this is a common issue that people had. I might actually just take a quick look on the internet or something. What the hell could I be doing? if do I have to converse again to get a different dialogue? I've never had to do that before, so I don't see why I would have to now. I can't find anything out of place. Can't find anything out of place. Oh, the Hound of the Oh, I had to click on the title maybe? Hopefully this is it. The Hound of the Baskervilles. How does Sato-san know the exact title of this unpublished story? I suppose I'll just have to wait until she's ready to explain it to me.
I'm so sorry.
Is that it? No. Do I ask about it now? Now that I maybe looked at everything else, now he'll tell me it's time? Yeah, no, okay. Because last time I presented him with the blood sample portfolio and the manuscript. Inspector Gregson, could you give me your opinion about this, do you think? We don't tend to share sunshine, not with the general public. Ugh.
In that case, Gregsy, how about some tea?
Yeah, this name shtick. Yeah, I get it. Haha. Huh. And he's not at the hospital, like up in a corner somewhere, hiding away, be like, haha, I'm actually here, it's me. This must be Mr. Sholm's bed.
Poor Hurley. I know.
I know. It looks stiff as a board, doesn't it?
Oh, I don't think that will bother him.
No?
I often find him asleep face down on the floor, completely dead to the world.
I think I'd call the police if I discovered someone like that. There's a notice board on the wall here. Look. Let's see. What does it say? Thought of the day. On seeing any vermin, calmly and discreetly inform matron.
Oh yes, they have rats and mice in hospitals like this that love to feast on all the medicine. If you don't deal with them, there's nothing left to treat the patients.
Rats and mice? Oh, I see. This is a rather old building, I suppose.
But the doctors and nurses are all very good, I hear.
I certainly hope so, for Mr. Sholm's sake. I wonder what these are. Do you have any idea, Iris?
Oh, haven't you ever seen crutches before? Let me explain. They're for people with leg injuries, to help them walk. You hold one under each arm, you see.
Ah, right. I thought they were weapons of some sort.
Why would there be weapons in a hospital?
I thought maybe a fighter had been injured in battle contest and was brought here along with his weapons.
That's surprisingly plausible.
Okay, so it's not that either. So what? No, this is just in the room. Okay, it must be something with the investigation. It has to be, right? So what am I missing? What am I supposed to interact with? I can do the dialogue where he brings out the two pictures, but... that's all it's good for. We already looked at the blood. Mr. Winnebeck appears to have used the back of this photograph to write out the redemption ticket. He's written it very neatly, but still, perhaps he ran out of paper, so he had to use anything he had. So they know what's up front and what's the reverse side now. So the thing that we haven't been able to find is Mr. Sholmes put up cameras that would take pictures every half hour in the store. None of those cameras are here. So, and no one's mentioned, hey, let's look at the cameras. Yeah, and there's nothing else here. What the hell am I supposed to do? Let's not present him with anything. Yeah, I'm just as stuck as I was yesterday. I have no idea what I'm supposed to look at next. Alright. We're gonna have to look something up because I got no fucking clue. Let's see. Okay, so I did miss something. What did I miss? And then he doesn't share. Yeah, we don't share. Yeah. It's his revolver, the one that only has one shot in it. We're going to assume she didn't shoot him and she shot something else. Maybe that's why there's the hole in the wall. Even though she's not saying anything, so who the hell knows? Or maybe she's the one who accidentally shot Mr. Sholmes. Yeah, I'm not sure what the hell am I missing here? Present the pawnbroker's ticket box. Now you can talk about the second redemption ticket. Present the pawnbroker's ticket box. Did I already do the box? And then this is just going back over that we had it in there. Alright, what the hell am I missing then? It was there, the manuscript. The manuscript I already have. That can't be added to my evidence because I already have it. That's blood sample, irises, stories, pawnbroker ticket, coat. Oh, pawnbroker's ticket box, maybe. Inspector, what can you make of this? Ah, well, we don't share. Oh, okay. Okay, this was the thing I needed to give him, to show him. All right. Oh, what well then? A redemption ticket for the article deposited there, is it? Looks like someone went out of the office stationery and wrote a ticket on whatever paper was at hand. Yes, this is a ticket for McGilded's overcoat, the one little driver turned up with yesterday. No. Actually, no, it's not. Really? Think you know better than me, do ya? No, I didn't mean to,
Bruno's right, Gregsy. It isn't the same ticket.
Of course it isn't. Of course it isn't. I never doubted you, your ladyship. So what's all this about then, if I might be so bold to ask?
This is a second ticket.
A second one?
have another. It seems that Mr. McGilded has in fact had another article in storage here at Windibanks.
Is that right?
I think we need to discuss this further with the inspector, Mr. Naruhodo. Oh, good, because he's ever so easy to talk to. This ticket was in one of the pockets of Mr. McGilded's overcoat.
Eh? You mean to tell me?
Yes, there was more than just the music box disc, it seems.
Humph! I should have insisted that the lads taking it back to the yard and examine it properly.
Well, according to the details on the ticket, Mr. McGilded deposited another article here with Mr. Windibank.
Yes, I can see it written there. A small box, was it?
Do you have any idea where it is, Gregsy? Any idea at all? It's another article belonging to Mr. McGilded. It could be an important clue.
Well, yes, I suppose it could. Please stop looking at me with them big turquoise eyes. All full of hope and expectation. It's too much pressure. I'll lose me marbles, I will. I'll go barking. This is no time for dog impressions.
This is no time for dog impressions, Inspector.
That's enough sauce from you, sunshine. There is one thing that springs to mind. According to this ticket, the redemption deadline's already passed, hasn't it?
Oh, yes, of course. Articles are only held for 2 months.
So,
The small box will no longer be in here then.
that's right. It's been forfeited.
Which means it could be on the shelves in the front of the shop, where forfeited items are offered for sale. Yeah, the shelves in front. We must search them at once.
Always in your time.
Oh,
There are dozens of little boxes out there, hundreds even. We can't possibly know which one might have been McGilded's. That information's not written in the ledger.
ugh.
Well, I think we should at least have a look, just in case.
Of course, your ladyship, of course. Very sensible of you, I'm sure.
This is getting old.
Oh, I nearly jumped out of my skin there. How could Mr. Windibank get set such a wicked trap?
I doubt he set out to scare anyone. Is that really the time? I think perhaps we should pay Gina another visit soon. Oh? Her trial is tomorrow. We must establish whether or not you will be defending her. I think we should ask her one more time. She may have changed her mind. No. She already signed the papers. Get fucked, Gina. We're representing you anyway. We don't care if you don't want it. Get fucked.
Don't you remember, Bruno? You told her she could rip up the representation papers if she didn't want you to be your lawyer.
Aha, well, she thought she was gonna get him back? Fuck no. I just lied to her. Really? Did I say that?
Yes, you did. The deadline for submitting the paperwork is fast approaching.
In that case, we'd better hurry back to the prison and talk to Gina again. Ah, Gina. Good. You're back.
Ah? The police must have finished questioning her then. Oh, how was it, Ginny? Was it awful? Eh? Oh, don't bother me.
Thank you for the papers you signed before. It meant we were able to investigate at Windibanks.
Oh, right. Don't you want to know what we got on? We've been ever so busy. What's the point in asking? Won't change what everyone's saying, that I did it. That's not...
Gina, we came to ask you for your final decision.
Eh? What decision?
About tomorrow's trial. Will you let me defend you or not?
I must submit the paperwork now if you'd like Mr. Naruhodo to represent you. Right, I say.
So she's really lost in the fight all of a sudden. But I know what that feels like. The worry is just hard to bear.
Oh, right then, blimey. Give me the rest of them eyes, Iris. So come on then, fill us in. Who done it?
Unfortunately, we don't know that yet.
You don't say. We don't know yet, Gina. But Mr. Naruhodo and all of us know that you're innocent of the crime.
And while we haven't yet managed to work out who the real culprit is, there are a number of interesting facts which we have managed to establish.
Oh yeah? Like what?
Well, for example, the reason for you being there in the first place. I think I know now why you broke into Windibanks that night. It looks like I'm going to have to take some evidence that clearly reveals the reason, and thrust it in Gina's face. Or I could present it to her calmly, I suppose. We found this in Mr. Windibank's storeroom. The manuscript of Iris's latest story.
Ah? Oh, right. Well, that's good then.
Curiously, the storeroom at Windibank showed no sign of being ransacked for items of value like or the like, with one exception. The box that housed the manuscript. It was you, wasn't it, Gina, who broke open the box containing the manuscript last night?
Eh?
You were determined to find out whether or not the Hound of the Baskervilles was really there. That's the real reason why you broke into the storeroom last night, isn't it?
Oh.
Why don't you tell us what happened? Please.
Alright, yeah. The Baskerville story is at like your Sholmes adventure, right? But it ain't been printed yet. So I figured it's got to be worth a fair few pieces of silver, right? Oh yes, at least £5,000. What?
So, you intend to sell Iris's manuscript, did you?
No, Ginny, how could you? What? Wait, no, hang on. Of course I weren't going to sell it. All I wanted to do was find out if the mantle script or whatever you call it really was there or not. That's the only reason I was in that place. For Iris's sake. Isn't that right? Oh,
We knew why you'd done it from the start, Gina. Of course we did.
but I knew you wouldn't do anything mean like that, Ginny. I just knew it. Well,
When I saw the manuscript in the storeroom, it reminded me of what you said that night before.
grown-ups do a lot worse than that, believe me. Paradise liars, a lot of them. You just ain't realized it yet. I'm telling ya, that mantle script at Windibank ain't at Windibanks. You'll soon see if you had a look. If I'm honest, I have wondered if Hurley's telling me the truth sometimes. I mean that I sometimes wonder if you might have hidden my I think that's the same thing I said it wrong yesterday too. My manuscript somewhere I want to know. The freaking mantle script has gotten stuck in my head now. Even though it's wrong of me to doubt him. Oh, Jenny, that was so sweet of you. Alright. I'll tell you why I did it. Just stop looking at me like that, Iris. It weren't because of Iris. That's not why I did it. I just wanted to know the truth, that's all. You wanted to know if Mr. Sholmes was being honest, or if he'd really deposited the manuscript at Windibanks? It's like I told you the night before. I never had a father. But Iris ain't like mine. She got her dad, only she can't see him. And I reckon that's got to be harder. No, her dad's dead too, but we haven't told her that. Isn't that right, Sasato? That's why you're looking down, huh? Because we're not telling her about her father being dead? That's why she writes her stories. They're about her dad, really. That's what it sounded like to me anyway. Last night when I was listening to what you were saying. Stories about Daddy. Oh, stories about Daddy?
You mean they're not adventures of a great detective? So matches the adventures of a great detective and his trusty partner.
Well, that's how I see it, yeah. You're so thoughtful and kind, Ginny. Yes, and we never thought any differently, did we? Look, give it a rest, will ya? I hate all this chummy nonsense. Do you hear? I hate it. I don't trust no one, alright? That's how I work. Because if you don't trust no one can let you down. So leave me alone. Go on, scamper.
I hadn't noticed until now, but it's unmistakable right there on both sleeves of that overcoat. Dried blood. Are some very suspicious red stains.
What? Why are you looking at me like that?
I think it might be worth presenting some of our other findings to that area to Gina now. Oh, I can't. Okay. Oh, yeah, I have to go to the present window. Yeah. Do you see this pawnbroker's ticket, Gina? It's the one that you took to Windibanks, isn't it? The one with the black overcoat you're wearing now.
Eh? What? That? I don't know. They all look the same to me, those tickets.
Surely not. Well, this one has a very obvious mark on it. That would appear to be blood.
Eh?
Does that ring any bells?
I don't know. It all looks the same to me, blood.
And they all sound the same to me. These answers. Suspicious.
Yeah, it's not like I can trust anyone or anything. You're just being a fool.
Here, Gina. Look at this.
Nota.
I wasn't saying you could have it.
Oh, weren't ya? Well, then someone says I can't have stuff, it makes me want it, see? So you better not hand it over now.
No, I'm not giving it to you. Those stains on the sleeves of your new coat, Gina. They're blood, aren't they? Not that I know whose blood.
What? Blood, Mr. Naruhodo?
You don't appear to have any obvious wounds yourself, though. So, could it be the blood that splattered from Mr. Windibanks when he was shot last night?
Let's not beat around the bush here. This trusty friend of mine will get results much faster than anything she tells us. Eh? Take it easy, Iris. Don't move, Ginny. I'm gonna shoot. Oh. Oh my.
What the? Forget the sleeves. The whole coat is covered in blood. Of course. The black color of the fabric was masking the stains. That's why we haven't seen it until now.
And the blood has reacted with the chemical to turn a purple color, which matches one of the samples we've already collected perfectly. Yes, now let's see. Who had the purple blood? Ah, yes, this was the brickmaker, Mr. Mason, the victim of the murder case 2 months ago.
I knew it.
What? What you're on about? The victim? What you mean? It's a rather uncomfortable situation, Mr. Naruhodo, but I think this makes things quite clear. It means the omnibus case is finally solved. The truth about who really murdered the brickmaker, Mr. Mason, is revealed. Oi! Will someone explain what is going on? Stop telling half the story.
We can now see that the victim's blood is all over Mr. McGilden's overcoat.
But in the trial 2 months ago, the defendant said this in his testimony.
Now I ask yous, what good-hearted soul wouldn't rush to help a fella bleeding from his stomach? I wasn't about to start worrying about me gloves now, was I? Reached out to give the man a hand.
But if you look at this overcoat now, it's clear. The stains couldn't have arisen from McGilden trying to pull the victim to his feet.
No, if that was what had really happened, the blood wouldn't have splashed all over in front of the coat.
The only explanation to the pattern of blood is that it splattered over McGilden's coat when he stabbed the victim in the stomach. I've tried to run from the truth for long enough, but there's no escaping it now. The true culprit in that case, Mr. Mason's killer, was Magnus McGilden. I mean, we kind of knew that the moment he was covering it up from the entire place, where he literally had Gina do a smoke bomb in court and planted fake blood.
Mr. Naruhodo,
That horrible case is solved at last. And I helped the man walk free from that trial. I used all that twisted testimony and all that sham evidence to prove his innocence. How could I have let that happen?
Bruno, did you believe him though? Did you believe Mr. McGilden was innocent?
I believed, or rather, I think I was trying to believe. I wanted to. Because believing in those you represent in court is a defense lawyer's greatest weapon.
A weapon?
Before we came to Great Britain, a great friend of mine taught me a valuable lesson.
You mean Kazuma-sama?
Listen, Ryunosuke, we lawyers are only human. We can't know for sure what the truth is and what is a lie. Which is why we must resort to our primary weapon. An unwavering belief in our clients. That is all we really have.
Unwavering belief.
Only when we truly believe that our clients tell us can we fight with everything we have for their cause. In any battle, there can be no victory without faith. So I believe you.
Hey,
What's funny, Gina?
Core, sounds like this Empire of Japan you came from. Everyone must be soft. Well, come on, look at the mess it got you into, believing in that bog trotter.
Yes, I inadvertently helped the murderer walk free. For 5 seconds before he was burned to death.
Well, at least you've learnt your lesson now, eh? Believing in people's never worth it. Someone always stabs you in the back at the end. Soon as you let your guard down, you've had it. Take a leaf out of my book. Believe me, believe no one. Get hurt by no one. Gina, may I ask you something? What? I'd just like to make absolutely sure. What would you like us to do with these representation papers for tomorrow's trial? How many times do I have to say it? Rip them up and chuck them away. Are you really sure that's what you want? I bet that's what you wants to know now, Mr. I'm a believer lawyer over there. Don't forget it was me in that trial 2 months ago. I lied to everyone up in the garden path, didn't I? And you're telling me that you can believe in me after all that? Not likely. Well, Mr. Naruhodo,
A lawyer's primary weapon is an unwavering belief in his clients. Ultimately, it comes down to whether or not I feel I can trust Gina after everything that's happened. Of course. Gina, let me say it again. Please allow me to represent you in tomorrow's trial.
eh? Oh, you're half-baked.
Not at all. In fact, I'm thrice bit. I thought you've got once admitted to committing the crime, have you? What's more, I believe that you're telling the truth.
Seriously, Mr. Narrow Oda.
Narrow Odo. Okay, it doesn't matter how narrow it is. Odo can always squeeze himself through there. He's a shape changer after all.
Didn't you hear what I said before? I'm a born liar. Fibs just tripped me off the...
Oh my god, Ace Attorney Deep Space Nine would go hard.
I'm a born liar. Fibs just tripped me off my tongue. And I'm a driver, don't forget. I pulled the wool over your eyes 2 months ago and got your...
Oh god, imagine Quark as a witness. Oh, or getting Morn. Getting Morn as a witness, but he just never says anything. Oh man, now I want it. Now I want a Deep Space Nine game like the Ace Attorney. That would be awesome.
I pulled the wool over your eyes 2 months ago.
Okay. They're in the holodeck doing a... Hey, have you heard of Earth's... a great lawyer from Earth's history?
I pulled the wool over your eyes 2 months ago and got you all sorts of trouble. Why would you ever trust me now? I just don't get it. Gina, I do understand why you choose not to put your trust in others, but I assure you, there is more to life than just what you realize. What you mean? The world I live in is full of people you would do very well to trust. People who won't ever let you down.
One of the trials would be us defending Gul Dukat. Oh, and Kira would be getting so fucking pissed, and we'd be like, wait, hold up. And we'd drag out some Bazoran shit from back from the past. Okay. I so want this now. It's true that I'm just a student of law, and I'm certainly lacking in courtroom experience. But I can promise you this. Whatever happens, and until my very last breath, I'm completely on your side.
What do you expect me to say to that? Then it's decided. I will take these papers now and carry out the necessary preparations for tomorrow's trial. It would be a shame to throw them away now after it's been penned to your name so beautifully. Well, do what you like. You Eastern are I don't know what you are. I don't get you.
Gina's taken herself off the back, taken herself off to the back of her cell. She never admitted, but I hope she's feeling relieved. That turned out all right in the end, I think.
Whoever's hiding there, show yourself at once. Eavesdropping is the height of cowardice.
Miss Losato?
Somebody is there in the shadows. I can sense it. Somebody who wasn't there before.
What? And it's Mr. Sholmes.
Blimey, you're sharp, eh?
Oh, no, it is him. Okay. It's not Sholmes, it's Grayson.
I suppose you're using one of the mystic Japanese arts, like the art of stealth I heard so much about.
If anyone was being stealthy, it was you, Inspector.
Grexy!
Oh dear me! I am most terribly sorry, your ladyship. I didn't mean to startle you.
How long have you been listening to our conversation?
Good grief, listening in? No. Oh, I just got word that there were some visitors who were refusing to leave even though it was after hours. I assure you, your ladyship, I only just arrived. This very minute, not a moment earlier. It is all nothing untoward, nothing at all.
After hours? Is that late already?
So then, I'll humbly excuse myself now, your ladyship. Ta-ta, toodaloo, cheerio, all the best, bye, boy, and boy.
That's a lot of farewells, and not one of them appropriate for her ladyship.
Oh, but I wanted to have a chat.
No, I'm terribly sorry, but time's a pressing at the minute.
Oh, I see. That's a shame.
If I don't get this emergency at the Supreme Court dealt with in Sharpish, Lord Strongheart will, well...
Emergency?
Lord Strongheart.
Nothing. Forget I said anything. Anyway, I'm off.
Alright, Grigsy, if you have to. But let's chat soon.
Dear lot you, charm. Can't wait, if you please. More pleasure.
That's a lot of pleasantries, and not one of them sounded sincere.
Gregsy's so funny. He says such silly things.
It's certainly entertaining to see an inspector of the police fawning over a 10-year... That's... no? But anyway, I wonder what this emergency is at the Supreme Court. I must attend to the court clerk's office now before it closes. Yes, of course. Thank you, Mrs. Sato. Kindly escort Iris home now, Mr. Naruhodo. I'll meet you there later. And so our investigation came to an end. Sasato-san went off to file the necessary papers for my defense of Gina the following day. And then it hit me. I could no longer suppress the wretched feeling that had been gnawing away at my insides. Tomorrow, Sasato-san would be leaving Britain and making her way back to Japan. Ugh, they're gonna make Iris my helper in court. Ugh. I know it. Gross. Naruhodo. Oh, imagine if my helper was the Reaper of the Bailey. That would be awesome. Naruhodo-san, it's been a very trying day. I wonder if we're gonna get a new lawyer or if it's gonna be him again. Probably gonna be him again. It's been a very tiring day, hasn't it? I hope you're not too exhausted. What about you, Sasato-san? Today has been even more trying for you, I'm sure. Mr. Sholmes was shot before our eyes. Gina was arrested. All in the back of the news that her father had fallen ill and she must return to Japan at once. I hope your father recovers soon. Thank you for your kind words. I mean, there's no guarantee he'll still be alive after the month it takes you to go back, so you might as well just stay here. I wonder why it is that so many thoughts rage in my head like a storm, and yet I seem unable to find the words to express any of them. I know exactly what you mean. Anyway, I have one final task to complete as your judicial assistant. Once that is done, I shall make preparations for my departure tomorrow. One final task? Finding a replacement. It's just 2 months since we arrived in London, but we've managed to establish this office. It was finally feeling as though we were settling in. I would be lying if I said I felt no regret. I'm so sorry, Sasato-san. It's just so sudden. I really don't know what to think. I had no time to gather my thoughts. I know we've only been here a short time, but in my limited experience of that courtroom, I feel that I've learned something. And what would that be? It seems to me there are many facets to people's personalities. Facets? And like a jewel, the light plays often in complex patterns, illuminating their actions and their motives. But we see only a small number of the total facets, and what is illuminated is only a part of the whole story. What lies in shadows? What do those facets we cannot see look like? Perhaps there are some parts we'll never lay eyes on, for as long as we live. That's so true. Sometimes I feel as though I'm blind to that much. But I keep hoping that one day it'll all come clear. That all the facets will be illuminated, and I'll finally understand how everything fits together. Naruhodo-san. I suppose what matters is that we keep our eyes open and keep moving forward, even if the way sometimes seems dark.
It's amazing to think it's just been 2 months. You've grown so much.
Sorry? I've what?
Oh no, it was nothing. Unimportant.
Do you know what time you'll be leaving London in the morning?
Yes, I picked up my ticket earlier. I shall be leaving here at 4 a.m.
I see. Well, I'll escort you to the station.
Absolutely not.
Sorry?
I'm sure you realize why I couldn't possibly let you do that. You have a very important day ahead of you tomorrow.
Gina's trial. Yes, I know, but
Every word you utter will have to be the potential to determine Gina's fate. You must get as much rest as possible, even though, like me, I'm sure you'll find it hard to sleep. But please, for me, do try.
You mentioned one final task a moment ago. What did you mean?
Oh my, I nearly forgot. Please, I want you to have this.
What is that? Some huge bundle of documents.
It's my notes from the case 2 months ago. The murder that was committed on the omnibus.
Huh? The McGilded case?
It seems to me that this case of Mr. Windibank's murder, of which Gina is accused, is very much tied up with the omnibus case, in ways that are not yet completely apparent. So I took the liberty of consolidating my writings about the case for you.
With everything else she had to think about, Susato-san still managed to do this. And all neatly laid out for me in her beautiful handwriting.
It was my pleasure. I can only hope that it will be bolster your case for tomorrow for Gina.
Thank you so much, Susato-san. I'll do my best to use it wisely. You really are the best judicial assistant in the world.
Well, that's extremely flattering. But I'm sorry to say that I've been a complete failure.
Sorry? I didn't quite catch what you said there.
Oh, ignore me. I was just mumbling to myself.
The McGilded case notes have been entered into the court record.
Well, it's getting rather late.
You're not getting off that easy. Notes collated by Mrs. Sato about the McGilded case that we worked on 2 months ago. Victim found deceased in the last scheduled omnibus the day after the stab wound in the abdomen. Mason Milverton, occupation brickmaker, he's in London. Defendant Magnus McGilded, prosecution attorney Lord Barak von Zeeks, defense attorney Rinosuke Naruhodo. Conviction was assured with 3 eyewitness testimonies. However, surprise forth with his testimony resulted in acquittal due to insufficient evidence. Alright, well, not really that much information about the case then.
Well, it's getting rather late. I think you should go to bed now, Naruhodo-san. I must finish packing up my things in my room.
Susato-san,
I wish you the very best of luck tomorrow. Good night.
Wait, there's something I need to say.
Hiya!
What was that?
A secret technique of mine. The Susato shutdown.
Shutdown?
Please, I implore you. If we have to voice our goodbyes, I won't be able to hold back my tears.
Susato-san. Aww. It truly had been a trying day. On our feet for hours, getting Gina to open up to us and learning the truth about the nemesis of a case. Physically and mentally, I was exhausted, and yet the idea of sleep seemed impossible. But I forced myself to close my eyes. And a cacophony of secrets of our lives here in London played through my mind. Eventually, my fatigue triumphed, and I fell into a deep sleep. Ellipses. The small hours at St. Sinis Hospital, Ward 3. Yes, I quite understand. That is a great weight off my mind. Rest assured, I shall put everything in place exactly as we have discussed. Thank you so much. It has been an honor and a pleasure to be acquainted with you, Mr. Sholmes. Oh, Mr. Sholmes? On the contrary, the pleasure has been mine. Alright, so say everything as if I was voicing it as Sasato, not Sholmes. There you go. I bid you farewell and Godspeed. My dear madam.
He's an idiot, and we need things to happen in court, and it's all planned out, and we can't just make him know everything, so you're going to have to give him information as the trial goes on.
Oh, of course. Of course I would love to be here during the trial. Just as long as it's not Iris. Alright, we're gonna continue this, but I'm gonna take my glasses off and put my contacts in. My glasses are bugging the shit out of my ears. I'll be right back. There we go, much better. Oh. My glasses have been just bugging my ears the last like month or two. They just kind of like dig into the side if I wear them too long. And I prefer having my contacts in anyway. When I woke the following morning, Sasato's sun was already gone. Outside the window, the rain came down in sheets. And so began an even longer day than the last, one that I would remember for the rest of my days. 17th of April, 9:32 a.m., the Old Bailey Defendant's Antechamber. Good morning, Gina. I'm determined to prove your innocence today. I'm sure we can do it.
So where is your friend then?
Sorry?
You know, her in the fancy dress. Sasato, or however you say it. I don't know.
Ah, Miss Sasato had to leave early this morning. She was already gone by the time I woke up.
You alright with that, are you? Forget about me if you like. Go and see her off.
It's fine. It's not as though Miss Sasato and I won't meet again. One day.
Even so.
But you, Gina, you only get one chance. The trial today is all we have. Good morning, you two.
How are you feeling, Ginny? Do you manage to sleep? Meow. Iris, what are you doing here? What do you mean? When a friend is in need, we show our support. Isn't that right, Waggy? Meow. Oh, Waggy.
Great way to show your support, kitty.
Let him have a nose around. Oh, what's the harm I can do? Oh, that reminds me. I brought a paper on the way here. Now, would you like the good news or the bad news? What do you say, Runo? Ginny?
Oh, well, I think I'd rather get the bad news out of the way first. I'm assuming the good news is that Sholmes is fine. And the bad news is the boat that Sasato just left on just sank, and we're never seeing her again. Well, I'll take the bad news out of the way first.
Nah, always take the good news first. You might not live to hear the bad. Yes, that question always gives away people's personalities.
Let's not go there.
Alright then, I'll give you the bad news first. A record amount of rain has fallen this morning, and carriages all over the capital are struggling to move.
Huh? The bad news was a weather report?
So I hope that Susie made her train to Dover and that the train isn't delayed on its way to port.
Gorsh. Yes.
Alright then, so what's the good news? Well, the rain is forecast to subside this afternoon. So even if the train is delayed, it should be able to make up its time later. Well, that is good news, isn't it?
I couldn't give a monkey's eddie. If only all good news canceled out the bad.
And look, a trial has been made the headlines too. Pawnbroker perishes in pick purse plunder, see? How would you like that? Well, let them say what they want to say. See if I cared. The footless Kuno cared.
I can't believe you're covering your face.
Don't worry. Runa will be sure so everyone that this headline is nonsense.
I will?
And then, in tomorrow's papers, the headline will be Discharged driver in Dauntless Do-Gooder. Is Dauntless Do-Gooder. Isn't that right, Runo?
Oh, yeah, let's hope so.
Of course they will. I have absolute faith in you. How was that? I was trying to sound like Susie. Did it work? Did it?
It's like she was still here. Today's paper's been added into the court record. Alright, so the rain is going to matter somehow. Unless there's more on the paper. They did that in like the second one, where there's like another half of the paper had other news.
There's a sensational story lower down the front page as well. Look! Ministry Mole. Classified secrets may have been leaked overseas from Ministry of Justice.
For a 10-year-old, Iris certainly has her finger on the pulse of world news.
It's about secret communications between Great Britain and its allies. Apparently they're being intercepted by hostile nations.
Communications are being intercepted, but how would someone be doing that?
The question isn't... That's the question, isn't it? I've come up with 3 different possible methods. Are you looking for a new career, Runo?
No, of course not. I wonder, perhaps this is what Lord Strongheart was talking about yesterday.
Yes, it could be. And it could explain why he was Gregsy running from a pillar to post at the morning.
The details of today's paper have been updated in the court record. Updated newspaper report.
Homebroker perishes in pick purse plunder. How awful. Virginia, I mean.
But tomorrow's headline will be Discharged Drivers Dauntless Do-Gooder, right?
Yes, something like that. If possible, I'd like to go even bigger.
Bigger? How?
Proud pickpocket protects planet post trial, perhaps.
Protects planet?
Oh, I can't wait for tomorrow now. It's gonna be so great. Good luck then, Runo. I'll do what I can.
Huh?
Obviously, I don't know the law that Susie does, but still,
No.
I'll be by your side the whole time, giving you moral support and encouragement.
I'm not sure that big thing is as comforting as you think it is, to be honest, but thank you, Iris. That's very kind of you.
Oh yeah, Iris? Yes, Jenny? Well, I was wondering and all about Sholmes. Did they fix him up alright? Yes, the operation was a great success, but Hurley still hasn't come around yet. Eh? I've asked a friend of mine at Scotland Yard to send a telegram as soon as he wakes up.
I'm sure Gregson will let us know the moment there's news.
Oh, right.
No, Sasada-san, and no Mr. Sholmes. It's all down to me today to prove that Gina is innocent of this crime.
Miss Gina Lestrade, counsel for the defense, a trial is about to begin. Please make your way into the courtroom.
It's time then.
Yes, let's go, Gina. Iris.
Lead the way, Bruno.
Poor Gina. She's trying to put on a brave face, but I can tell she's worried and scared. I have to believe in her, to start to finish. That's the weapon that will secure our victory here. If I learned anything from my great friend, it's that. 17th of April, 10 a.m. The Old Bailey courtroom. Yep, nope, it's him again. Okay. Who are our jurors this time, though? I didn't look in that second.
In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session. The trial shall determine the guilt or innocence of Miss Gina Lestrade. I now call upon the counsel for the prosecution and defense to declare their willingness to proceed.
The prosecution is ready. The defense is ready.
Lord Van Zeeks,
My lord,
remind me, how many years ago was it that you withdrew from the public prosecution service?
it was some 5 years ago, my lord.
Yes, and the 2 months you resurfaced somewhat unexpectedly, and here you are again today. Are there some circumstances to the court which should be aware that have led to this, their erratic behavior?
I just don't like this Japanese guy. Fuck him. He keeps beating me. I showed up one time to get that rich bastard who I knew was doing crimes, and he somehow got him off. I hate him. He keeps showing up. I'm here just to spite the little shit of a kid.
And what might describe as your former life 5 years ago past, you dealt exclusively in matters concerned with the highest echelons of society and government.
Really?
Yet today, you choose to try a simple case of burglary and murder. I confess, it's more than a little befuddling, counsel.
There are two types of person I cannot abide. Firstly, those wealthy scoundrels who hide behind the mask of philanthropy to cheat the public at large.
He means McGilded, who you defended against the Reaper 2 months ago.
Yep, I just about managed to work that out. Thank you. Magnus McGilded. If I know what a monster he was, I would never would have defended him. Then secondly, even more loathsome, are defense lawyers who have 10-year-old children at the fucking bench with them. I fucking hate people like that. That's why I'm here today. Those wily scoundrels who masquerade as allies only to effect a total betrayal in the final hour. In other words, the confidence tricksters from those tiny islands of the Far East. The Nimpo. Yeah, okay, I was right with the first joke. He's literally here to spite me in specific. He's literally just here to spite me. Or, well, Ryunosuke. What? Did you just say that?
He means you, Runo.
I actually managed to work that out too. Thank you, Iris. I wonder, is her father not actually sick? Is she actually stealing secrets from Britain, and now she's using the fake father to go back overseas? That actually sounds pretty plausible. Total betrayal? What are you talking about? That torrid look of hatred in Lord Van Zeek's eyes. That was directed solely at me? Or was he talking about all Japanese people?
An alarmingly scathing explanation, Lord Van Zeeks. Still, the
judiciary. God, I cannot say it sometimes.
welcomes the return of the so-called Reaper the Bailey, feared by all London's malefactors.
Your lordship is too kind.
Now, jurors, the 6 of you have been selected at random to represent the will of the people in this trial. Are you ready to hear the evidence placed before you and determine the guiltiness of the defendant?
Alright, so are you fucking kidding me? Okay. So, I forget his name, but the old man's here again. Then we've got the maid, who we saw in another picture somewhere. I don't think she's an actual maid. Then I think the third guy is new. Then we got the old hard of hearing guy, who apparently is a doctor. We've got the lady who was doing the typewriting before and was like going solely off the facts, but now it looks like she's a telegram sender. And then we have the Russian defector spy assassin. Why the fuck is the Russian assassin here? Alright. We're so in.
I'm a lieutenant of the British Army here. Don't you know, chaps like me were born ready.
Clean crockery, clean cutlery, and a clean conscience. His lordship's motto is very appropriate here, I think.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna be showing stereoscopic evidence just so we can pop it in front of this guy, and be like, "Oh, back us up on this one." Aha, you're wrong. You said this thing about stereoscopic things, but we know it's not true. Here's our evidence. Everything will be stereoscopic in the future. Absolutely, absolutely everything. And I'm ready for it. I don't understand. I don't understand it. Wait, nope. No, I get that was again. I don't understand it. I can't have left it in there. It's not possible. But could I have? Women indispensable in society. Stop. Female-centric future awaits. Stop. Good day. I am visiting London for sightseeing. I would like to take bus to Crystal Tower, please.
Is something wrong, Rudo?
Oh, not exactly. It's just... I'm fairly sure I recognize these jurors. Almost all of them, in fact. Even the sixth one. The fucking assassin.
Really? Funny coincidences like that do happen from time to time, do they? Don't they? But it's quite strange. The jurors are chosen at random from London's 6 million inhabitants, you know.
So I've been led to believe, but something tells me I'm being duped.
Very well. Now, Lord Van Zeeks, the court calls upon the prosecution to introduce the fact of the case.
As you wish, my lord. Allow me to begin with a word of warning to the ladies and gentlemen of the jury. In short, there has never been a more self-evident case of cold-blooded murder. The victim, Mr. Pop Windabank, proprietor of a pawn shop on Baker Street, was shot from behind and died instantly. The prosecution presents this photographic print of the crime scene. As the court would observe, there is a single bullet wound just below the gentleman's left shoulder. The evidence suggests that the bullet pierced the man's heart, resulting in a near-instant death. Moving on to the findings of Scotland Yard's coroner, his report states that the bullet entered the body on a rising diagonal trajectory. And what's that supposed to tell us? It means the victim was likely shot by someone significantly shorter in height than himself. Someone like the accused, you might say.
Oh.
The prosecution wishes to present the autopsy report and crime scene photograph as evidence, my lord.
Indeed, the court accepts. Hand them to the bailiff, please.
The autopsy report has been entered into the courtroom, but is it updated? The crime scene photograph has been entered to the court record. I now ask the court to turn its attention to the plan of the establishment where the incident occurred. The proprietor was found in the storeroom while he kept articles pawned to him. A windowless room with a single point of entry, a door to the main shop that was found locked. In this sealed chamber, there were only two persons present. The victim, Mr. Windabank, and the accused. It may further interest the court. Okay, so does the Russian assassin even know enough English to even know what the fuck we're saying right now? Or is he just faking that he doesn't know the language? It may further interest the court to know that when the accused was discovered at the scene, she had in her hand the gun used to fire the fatal bullet. Well, that's that then, isn't it? Nothing more to say. Isn't that grubby little girl a pickpocket anyway?
She's one of those filthy drabs that live on the slopes of the East End.
Oh well, it was only a matter of time before she got blood on her hands then.
What are the jurors waiting for? The girl's obviously guilty. We can't draw the conclusions here. We mustn't assume the guilt because of what she had to do to survive. My learned Nipponese friend. It is you who mustn't jump to conclusions. The prosecution has barely begun presenting its case. Huh? Conveniently, this appalling act of murder did not go unobserved. There were witnesses.
Oh, gracious!
After their testimony, this girl's true nature will be exposed.
pitiful pick purse or cold-hearted killer. Here's to establishing the truth. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take two people who were also at the scene of the crime, who had shot another man, and I'm going to tell you that they were perfectly good eyewitnesses who also did not do the thing I'm trying to frame her for.
The court will take the floor plan and firearm into evidence. Hand them to the bailiff, please, Lord Physiques.
At once, my lord. The crime scene photograph has been added to the court record.
Windibank's revolver has been entered to the court record.
Let's see what we got.
Details: name Pop Windibank, occupation pawnbroker on Baker Street, time of death 1 to 1:30 a.m. Reporting party Runoski Naruhodo. Okay, so that means that the photographs in the store took a picture at 1 and took a picture at 1:30. So we still don't know where the hell those cameras are, but post-mortem findings: single bullet wound in upper half of victim's back, no other visible signs of trauma, instant death from a post-re-anterior bullet wound to the heart. The bullet entered the body from the back on a gently rising diagonal trajectory. That would have had been very low. Was Pop that much bigger than Gina? I know Gina's short because she's a kid, but It says it said it was at a very slight incline. So maybe it will be that Gina's so short she couldn't have gotten the gun to be at that angle. Because my assumption is it's being fired through the door. There was a flap in the door that we looked through. My assumption is that's where he was shot through. And Gina had the gun and it fired one bullet, assumably at the people who were in there. Because if he's got the bullet hole in his back and she's here, like he had to like turn around and fall down. So she's even at the wrong angle for it. So we'll have to see. But anyone straight, through the hole in the door. A gun belonged to the victim, Mr. Windibank, that Gina was holding when she found him unconscious. There are signs of a single discharge. Wait, of course, there's always a call in the middle of the screen. What the hell now?
Alright, sorry about that. Always a freaking call, man. It's like attracted to when I'm streaming.
Gun belonging to the victim, Mr. Windibank. Gina was found. It was fired one time. Let's see. Anything we can find on it? This is Mr. Windibank's gun. The cylinder is completely empty.
Mr. Windibank always used to keep his gun, this gun to hand on his shop counter.
Yes, but only ever with a single bullet loaded, I understand.
That's right, to keep all the pawned articles that were in his care safe.
But his one bullet was fired that night, and the poor man lost his life. He was protecting his shop, I wonder? Trying to keep the article safe? Or maybe Gina had Naruhodo syndrome, where she just picked the fucking gun off the ground. Oh, I just saw it and I decided I had to pick it up. He's got a hand in the shop counter, yes, but only with a single bullet. Okay, it's the same thing. This isn't good.
I feel like the moon here has turned very gloomy all of a sudden, Runo.
I think that's because it has. Let us begin. Bring forth the witness of the foul murder of Mr. Pop Windibank, the 16th April of this year. Witnesses, state your names and occupations for the court. Oh fuck, what the hell do I do for this?
Name's Nash Skulkin. Occupation is baddie. Professional baddie. Name's Ringo Skulkin. Occupation's same as him.
The boy is Gregson, Scotland Yard Inspector.
That's right. We're what they call the Three Skulkin Brothers.
What are you looking at me like that for? Don't let me in with you lot.
God blimey, that's gold. Don't you know what we're going for? It's our older bruv. Lost contact with them and we have. So we scouting every shady corner of the capital. And when last night we came across you,
Well, lost that one instantly. Oh man, this is gonna be so hard to keep their fucking voices in check.
and the very night we came across you. The very spit of the bloke, ain't that right, Ringo? It is, Nash, it is. The very spit of him. So we decided there was what we was gonna do. What we was gonna call you. Big Bruv Skulky.
Come on, leave it out, you two.
Sulky Skulkin? McCulky Culkin? And what's there to run out of the chips?
Well then, Inspector Sulky Gregson. Begging your pardon, my lord, but the name's Tobias. What I would like you to know, Inspector, is what you are doing on the witness stand.
The Skulkin brothers are currently under arrest, my lord, on suspicion of theft.
Oh, thieves they are. These three? No, my lord. Begging your pardon, but please don't lock me in with this lot.
2 nights ago, these two brothers illegally entered an establishment with intent to burgle. And in the course of their nefarious activities, they came embroiled into a far more sinister crime.
Why, Jove, you mean to say, what an extraordinary coincidence.
Indeed, my lord. While attempting to burglarize the pawnbrokery, they witnessed the proprietor's murder.
Order! Order!
The various trespasses of these brothers is not the subject of today's proceedings, though they will naturally face trial in the very near future.
With your lordship's permission, I'd like to remain in the stand to keep these gents on the straight and narrow. Of course, Inspector. Skeptical as I am about the caliber of the witnesses, I'll permit them to take the stand.
Mr. and Mr. Skulkin, you will now testify before the court. Describe the events of the night in question and what exactly you saw.
Happy to. 'Cause a skulkin's never skulkin'.
Get out of it.
Illegal entry.
We was walking down Baker Street in small hours when the gas door was ajar, see? It was like some kind of sign, begging for us to go in, it was. But once we got inside, God blimey, lummy, we heard a gunshot from the back room. We went to see what it was, but the door was locked from inside. We never done nothing, Governor. We never took nothing. We never left to look at it nice and quiet.
A terrible coincidence, it would seem. At the precise moment, the miscreants entered the property, and even more sinister crime was afoot.
Okay, why are they saying they were only there to burglarize, but they shot Mr. Sholmes? So shouldn't there be something in there more than just that? Then they're more than just burglars at that point. And they clearly had a weapon on them, too. The witness's testimony is consistent with the crime scene in every detail. Unless the shot Gina fired was to get their attention and it accidentally ricocheted and hit Mr. Sholmes? The door providing access to the storeroom from the main shop was indeed locked from the inside, and within only the victim and the accused were found.
I must say, it does appear to be an overwhelmingly simple case. Still, the defense may cross-examine the witness now, of course. Counsel, if you please. Counsel?
Yes.
What's the matter, Runo?
Sorry, I was just stunned into silence for a minute by the blatant lies being told by the pair on the stand. I know that's all nonsense because I saw it with my own eyes. I just had to expose their testimony for the pack of lies it is. Illegal entry.
We're walking here down Baker Street in the small hours at the guest's door was ajar, see?
Hold it!
The front door window banks was ajar, you say? What time of night was it?
It must have been about 1, right, Ringo? Yeah, I say so, right, Sulky?
How would I know? A place would have been shut at 1 in the morning, just like every other shop in town.
Well, it was pitch black inside, it's true. Ain't that right, Ringo? I'm not sure, Nyash. I seem to remember a little light burning inside. What about you, Sulky? Me old mucker?
Leave me alone.
There definitely was a small lamp burning inside. That's what alerted us to the situation in the first place. And when the gentleman ventured into the open establishment, the accused, Miss Gina Lestrade, already had the muzzle of a gun trained on the unfortunate victim.
Objection!
That is pure conjecture.
Oh,
Perhaps. But it changes nothing. Yes, I might have just made some shit up, but it doesn't matter. Where's your fucking evidence, Dick? The brothers inadvertently wandered into the middle of a cold-blooded murder. Simply because they found the door of the victim's establishment open and ventured inside.
Right? Right, that's what happened. It was like some kind of sign, begging for us to go in, it was.
Hold it!
What are you trying to suggest? That you had to go in?
Well, God moves in mysterious ways, they say. Don't they, Ringo? They do, Nash, they do. Must have been some sort of providence, I reckon.
Gods will often present itself in the whim of the thieves, does it?
It weren't no whim. I'm dead sure of that. We weren't, Nash, we weren't. Like we said at the time. You don't just find doors open in the middle of the night like that. Nah, there's no two ways about it. It was a sign that a long-lost brother was inside. They're not very good liars, are they? Well, you can't deny it. It led us to a bloke what looks like our bruv.
I said, cut it out. Those chips are getting a chomping today. Every single time I play this, I want fish and chips. I should probably batter my own, huh? Anyway.
But once we got inside, God blimey lummy, we heard a gunshot from the back room.
Hold it!
A gunshot, you say? Just the one? You're sure about that?
Yup, just the one, Governor. I swear to that. It was, Nash, it was. Ain't that right, bruv?
The firearm used belongs to the victim himself.
Yes, Mr. Winterbank always used to leave his gun lying around the corner.
Right, I remember.
When we examined it, we found the revolver was completely out of rounds.
That makes sense. Mr. Winterbank always used to say he only ever kept a single bullet loaded.
Yeah, so he could blow his own fucking brains out, apparently. That's true. I remember him saying that as well.
So we can have a considerable certainty that only a single round was discharged from the firearm used in the murder weapon. Yes, my lord, we can.
Then I should remind the court that the firearm in question was discovered in the hand of the accused.
Oh, wonderful.
Alright, we know that there was a second shot fired.
We went to see what was what, but the door was locked from the inside.
Hold it!
Do you mean the door between the main shop and the storeroom? If my learned friend is having difficulty grasping the situation, perhaps a drawing would help. Excluding the shop's entrance on the street, there is only one other door, that of the storeroom.
Of course, it was the only little lamp oil burning. Not much to see, boy. Ain't the door was hidden behind a curtain and all.
That's right. When we arrived, the door was mostly secured by the curtain. Tell me, why exactly did you try to open the door? Alright, so the bullet that was fired hit the lamp and shattered it. And that's assumably the one that hit Sholmes. Because the way the glass was spilt, it was spilt over the front of the desk. And it literally would not let me inspect that lantern either, or the glass on the floor. So it's definitely saving that for later. Why exactly did you try to open that door?
Eh?
Any normal petty thief would run at the sound of a gunshot, I would think.
Oh, well, you turned to the rabbit, Ringo? Well, Nash, yeah. I suppose you'd have to say we ain't normal, eh?
Broadly speaking, humans respond to in one of two ways on hearing a gunshot or scream. The timid flee, gripped by fear, while the courageous investigate to see if they might help. Oh, so you're saying these two were courageous in helping? These gentlemen are of the latter inclination. My learned Nipponese friend, it would seem, is of the former. Alright, somehow I just proved that I was a coward that night.
Thank you, consuls. So, I believe we have understand that the door was locked and could not be opened. Proceed, witnesses.
Yeah, but you just said that it was pitch dark in there and that you couldn't see anything. However, apparently you could because there was a light on. So you've already contradicted yourself.
We never done nothing, Governor. We never took nothing. We just left after that. Nice and quiet. What do you think about this pair, Runo?
I think they're lying through their teeth, and that's what I think. And I'm going to prove it. What is it, Iris?
Well, I'm not really sure. There's just something a bit funny about that prosecutor over there.
Huh? Wait. Could this testimony be some sort of trap?
We was walking down Baker Street in small hours. The gas door was ajar, see?
So, I assume he's trying to get them to expose themselves for their own trial later on. But there's also something he's trying to trap me with. So, there's like some kind of sign begging us for them to go in. It was. Once we got inside Corbin and Lumley, we heard a gunshot from the back room. We went to see what was what, but the door was locked from the inside. We never done nothing, Governor. We never took nothing. We just left after that, nice and quiet. I mean, obviously not, right? Well, none of the evidence we have on us right now is what happened the day before. What are we trying to... What are we trying to show to break their testimony down? I guess I just have to press them again. I hate it when it does that. I hate it when it makes me press them a second time to wait for them to have a different reaction. Shit, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to back it up instead of just...
Hold it! Objection!
Perhaps, but yeah, okay, it's just the same testimony, yeah. So basically, we got to press them again until I guess they have an exclamation point pop up, because nothing that they're saying I think matches any evidence I could represent. It's not like I can show them a picture of what they're saying. Once we got inside Psycho Blimey Lummy, we heard a gunshot from the back room. Went to see what was what, but the door was locked on the inside. So they heard the gunshot, then they went to the door. Never done nothing, Governor. We never took nothing. We just left out there nice and quiet.
Hold it!
Are they gonna pop an exclamation point? Let's see.
Hold it!
No, they're showing us this again, but it's not. And the game is pretty...
Well, Nashram, yeah, I suppose.
Just see me. Yeah, okay, they're just saying the normal line again. Like, we know when the game wants us to see it, they will pop an exclamation point when we're supposed to press a different witness. It won't. It's not something we're supposed to guess. The game just flat out will do it.
Hold it!
Unless they're suddenly changing that rule. Oh wait, I can't fast forward this one. Can I? Okay, this is new. So I didn't go through this last time. Okay, this bit of dialogue here is different. All right, hold up. Hold it. You didn't do or take anything. Is that your story?
Well, it was Bedlam.
Well, it was Bedlam soon as, weren't it? It was, Nash, it was. Didn't even have time to pull me dukes out for me Lucy Lockets.
So with no time on your hands out of your pockets, you just left, nice and quietly, you say.
That's right, Governor.
Nothing we ain't more than the violence. Peace-loving nibblers. We are not bludgers. We are, Nash, we are. Never even pull me dukes out of me Lucky Lockets.
So, you clearly like us to believe.
Come again.
As you fled from the pawnbrokers that night. You did not run into anyone else. And did you not fire a gun at that person?
Ain't alive. They fired a gun, you say?
Blimey, Governor. You ain't telling us it was you in the doorway.
It was.
Why the bleeding Nora? Did you mention that before?
You were armed with a gun, and as you fled the scene, you fired that gun at London's greatest detective, Herlock Sholmes. They shot great Mr. Sholmes? I did hear that, actually. There was a rumor that had been rushed to the hospital.
And the great Sholmes, that's beyond the pale.
On the night in question, Despair were arrested by the police within minutes of the discovery of the crime scene. Their suspicious countenance rapidly gave them away. And when we searched, a firearm was indeed found in their possession.
Oh.
Furthermore, the barrel showed signs of a shot having been fired from it.
Oh.
The prosecution invites his lordship to examine the firearm recovered from the brothers.
Yes, indeed. A remnants of powder on the muzzle, as you say, Counsel. The court will hold this weapon as evidence.
The Sulkin brothers' gun has been entered into the court record. Now, my learned Nipponese friend. Yeah? Here's to your success for representing the evidence. Huh? For yes, there are telltale signs of spent powder on this gun, but a single bullet missing from the cylinder. But the prosecution demands evidence that it was fired at the scene of the crime under scrutiny of this trial. Aha, we have a gun that we know fired a bullet, but I want you to prove that it was fired. What's he getting at? Because if there was 2 shots, are you trying to get me to prove that there was another shot fired? Like just that Mr. Holmes is shot? Or... So, there's ammunition still loaded in 5 of the revolver's 6 cylinders. Yes, that's what, yes, which tell us that only a single shot has been... Okay, so my guess is he's gonna say, well, if they shot Mr. Sholmes, which you have so successfully proven, and there was 5 bullets still in there, and only 1 shot was fired, then they could not have shot the store owner. But my guess is they went in there, shot and fired, and killed the store owner, and then Gina fired the bullet out back at them, and it ricocheted and hit Sholmes. Or she did it to get their attention or something like that. That's my assumption. But he's going to say, well, the gun fired only 1 shot. That shot was the one that hit Mr. Sholmes. Therefore, they cannot have been the one to shoot the deceased. Yes, which just only a single shot has been fired from it. Exactly. The bullet that hit Hurley, in fact, isn't it? Yes. It happened almost as soon as we walked in through Windibank's door. I'll make those brothers pay.
Objection!
Well, I don't need evidence, because I was there.
Objection!
However, the rest of us in this courtroom were not. If the defense fails to provide evidence in support of its rash claim, we shall have no choice but to toast your incompetence and move on. Evidence that these 2 fired the gun before they left Windibanks that night.
The court demands that all claims are affirmed with a clear proof. Only if the defense makes it. If the prosecution makes it, then I don't give a fuck.
Evidence that shows the witness unloaded a firearm at the pawnbroker shop that night. I assume we're showing the blood.
Take that!
The evidence is in this portfolio.
What? What on earth have you here, counsel?
During the course of our investigation, we discovered a number of bloodstains. Not trusting the police to do the job they're trained to do. How arrogantly Nipponese of you. Well, anyway, we analyzed the blood samples and found they recorded the results in this portfolio.
And you claim to have evidence? The court is demanding it there within.
Yes, my lord.
No more dalliance then, counsel. Present the pertinent evidence at once. What do you have in your portfolio that proves these witnesses unloaded the firearm at the scene?
Take that!
What is that? Explain.
It's photographic print taken at Windibank's pawnbrokery on the day of the incident.
From the scene of the crime, is it? Is that a bullet hole? None of my eyes do not deceive me. It appears to be a bullet still lodged there.
Yes, as your lordship noticed. The bullet pierced Mr. Windibank's calendar. The date shown being the 16th of April, the very day of the pawnbroker's death.
The incident occurred at 1 hour at midnight, but this indicates that the separate shot has been fired sometime after the calendar had been set to the 16th.
That's right. And while it isn't refutable, the defense believes this is credible evidence that the witnesses did fire a round from their gun at the pawnbrokers that night. Yeah.
Oh, duh! How does the prosecution stand, Lord Van Zeeks?
This is my everything going according to plan drink from my chalice. If that is the direction my learned friend wishes to take, the prosecution has no objection.
What?
But you'll forgive me for flinging my hollow chalice aside in disgust at the repugnancy it exposes. Yes, on the night in question, these brothers entered the pawnbrokery illegally. And like the bold baddies they claim to be, opened fire on the new arrivals before fleeing back onto the streets.
Take it easy.
Take it easy there, governor. You're going to land us in the soup. Yeah, we had a deal. You weren't going to get into them details. Tell him, Silky. Tell the bloke straight.
I have nothing to add.
So he knew, did he? Ben Weeks knew their testimony would almost certainly expose the extent of the crimes. It would seem now that I owe my learned Nipponese friend a word of gratitude. What do you mean? What I mean is that you have helpfully confirmed an important fact.
To what fact do you refer, Lord Van Zeeks?
As has been established at the point of the arrest, a single shot had been fired from the brothers' gun. However, if that shot found is shot at Mr. Holmes, then clearly the witnesses cannot be accused of the fatal shooting at the proprietor and victim. In other words, these two men have no material connection to the murder at Mr. Winterbanks at all. So that's it.
That's it. We didn't have nothing to do with it. We didn't, Nash. We didn't. That's what I reckon.
Your crimes include unlawful entry, intent to steal, perjury, and let us not forget, attempted murder.
Quite a catalog, eh, fellas?
We're in for it now, bruv.
Now then, let us take a moment to consider the aforementioned great detective, Mr. Sherlock Holmes. It would seem the man patronized the pawnbrokers in question somewhat regularly. Where's he going with this? Mr. Sholmes appears to take pleasure in tinkering with eccentric machinery.
Eccentric? Says who?
Not me. Don't give me that look. He installed a pair of okay, so you did take him. He installed a pair of machines like this one in the victim's shop.
Oh, that's one of Hurley's red-handed recorders.
What is that, Counsel? It has appearance of a photographic contraption.
As your lordship has surmised, it is indeed a camera attached to a small timing device. Every half an hour, it automatically photographs the interior of the establishment. The idea being that if a thief were to break into the shop, it would be caught red-handed.
Oh.
The prosecution has obtained the photographs taken by the device on the night in question. Alright, we got a long way to go to hit one. As the court will observe, copious identical prints are produced in quite delusionary fashion.
Oh, rather prodigal, I feel.
In fact, there are two such devices in the victim's shop, my lord. Just enough to be able to make use a stereoscope to be able to see it in 3D. Oh, wow, I can't believe it. It may refer to the court to the plan of the premises. The respective positions are here and here.
You say these cameras produce a print every half hour. I'm afraid I fail to see. Now that would help if the anticipated thief conducted his activities in one of the many 30-minute intervals.
One can only pray that the would-be criminals lingers, my lord.
Oh.
On the night in question, the witness is currently in the stand but not caught on camera. Hey, that's a bit of fair Friar Tuck, eh, bro?
Lady Luck loves a skulking.
Witnesses! Oh, what time did you start your trespassing?
Must have been just after 1, right, bruv?
Must have been, Nash. Must have been. Yeah, just gone 1.
In which case, minutes before those brothers entered the establishment. What scene might we expect to find within the shop?
Let us examine the evidence.
Good lord. It's the defendant. Miss Gina Lestrade.
As the court can clearly see, the accused is pictured, gun in hand, facing the victim over the shop counter. No doubt coercing the proprietor to open the door.
Quite. One can only see too easily imagine the events that unfolded. The court will take this photographic print as evidence, if you please, counsel.
The photograph of Gina has been entered into the court record. Ugh. Okay, so that picture's there. That's still not broken. That's the important part. She does have his gun. Did she pickpocket it from him? Or did she yank it off the table? I don't believe it, Ginny. In short, the accused is the only person who could possibly have killed Mr. Windibank.
I say, my lord. Wonder if I might put in a word at this point. Go ahead, Mr. Foreman. Took a bally bullet in the knee at the Battle of Mewand, 1880, don't you know? Decorated fort and all that, but forced to retire from service, sadly. Of course, the medal can never outshine the exploits of chaps like us on the battlefield. Yes, Mr. Foreman, and what exactly is your point? Carried on the battle after retirement, you see? A battle of daily life, as you like.